Welcome back, guys. Thanks for joining me for another beer review. Apologies if I look a little bit rough. Literally just got out of the bath, and I always look rough when I get out of the bath. Also had a shave as well. Right, we're back with another beer review now. This is the third one from the very end of the beers that I've got to review, and it's the only one out of the last three beers I've got to review that I've actually purchased. And this was out for Oktoberfest in Aldi. I thought about picking it up and then decided not to pick it up, and then I just happened to go there and picked it up anyway because I was just roaming around. I thought, oh bollocks, I'll pick it up and review it. And it's the second beer from this brewery, and the first beer that I had from them was the other beer that I picked up from the Aldi Oktoberfest thing. So the brewery we're looking at is, I can't remember what it was, Benediktiner. There we go. Oh, what was it called? I can't remember what the brewery was called. I found out what the brewery was called. Effort or something or whatever. But this is a bottle of their Benediktiner weissbier. There we go. It's in a 500ml bottle, and I think it says 5.4% ABV. Loving the artwork on there. Proper traditional sort of German stuff, and I'm loving the crown. There we go. Can you see that? I don't know how good that looks. I don't know. Okay, let's put it that way now. But the crown is lovely. The label is lovely. 500ml bottle, 5.5% weissbier, coming at £2.49 from my local Aldi. I nearly said Lidl then, and I don't have one of their glasses, but you know what? I've not had a Francis scanner for a long time, I don't think, or certainly not used this glass, so I'm going to whack it in there. Let's get it cracked open and see what we get. Me fridge is set at about 4 to 5 degrees, maybe, could even be. I don't really know, to be honest. He's got 1 to 5, and that doesn't count as like degrees. So I've got it. I think I've got it at about 2.5, 3, which would be medium, which I'm guessing would be 4 or 5. I don't know, something like that. Anyway, talking rubbish. Let's fill that. There was a little bit left in there, which I will pour in after, but. Beer in a glass now, slightly hazy, sort of caramel, golden sort of colour. A few gentle bubbles going up. Yeah, there is a stream of carbonation, not wild though. And we got about 1.5 finger of pretty sort of compact head there. Looks decent, looks like a Weizen. Let's not talk too long. I'm not even going to try and read any of that on the back. Look at that. My eyesight is either absolutely terrible, or the writing on these labels is just getting bloody silly. Let's dive in. Have a sniff at this one. Benediktiner weissbier. Ooh, it's nice and sweet. That's. Ooh, proper German Weizen. Sweet caramel. Banana sweets. Oh, it's lovely. It's funny because I've started to pick up sort of caramel. You can kind of get caramel in a Weizen, but it's not something that I would necessarily say I always pick up. But the last couple I've had, I've started to get that sort of caramel, toffee, obviously you get the banana in there, and it seems like that sort of slight sweetness of banana sweets, toffee, caramel. I wouldn't say I'm really getting a herbaceous note in there. It's all sort of sweetness. But it smells really nice. It does smell really delicious. So let's give that bottle a swirl. See if it hazes up anymore. I think it has. I think it has a touch. I'm not going to say it's. Well, yeah. The top, it looks like it's hazed up a bit more, doesn't it? I don't know. But it looks like a mighty fine beer. It looks, quite frankly, it looks very much like Frank Skinner, doesn't it? It does look like Frank Skinner, which is Francis Skinner for the untrained ear. Let's dive in. Benediktiner weissbier, 5.4%, £2.49 from Aldi. Cheers. Ooh, that's quite busy. Body. For me, the body sort of feels, I'm not going to say light, but it does. It feels lighter than I was expecting, and yet still has a creamy feel to it. Carbonation is well and truly there. Really, really small bubbles, but busy. And that's given it a smoothness. Is it possibly filling out the body? I think the bubbles are so small that it doesn't feel like it's sort of filling out the body, but it does give it a lovely smoothness. But like I say, there are quite a few bubbles in there. I'm not going to say it's overcarbonated, but it is busy. It is busy, but that doesn't ruin the mouthfeel, to be honest. It's probably one of the busier sort of Weissens I've had. Yeah, it is quite spiky actually, that carbonation, going back to it. But it is still quite nice. It is still a nice sort of smooth body to it. There is just that little bit of a rough edge. It glides down the hatch like a dream. Like I say, it has a creamy feel to it rather than sort of like a really silky smooth sort of feel. Some lovely flavours going on in there. Some real nice flavours. I am not getting that herbaceous note from this beer. You sort of expect, all right, you expect a clovey banana thing going on. Maybe even a little bit of a coriander thing. I know probably coriander is more sort of Belgian wit beer, but for me, you're not picking, I personally I'm not picking any sort of herbaceous note up at all in this beer. Malty, a little bit bready in there as well with that body. And again, I'm picking up more sweet notes, and I've done that with the Stiegel. Now, whether my taste buds are changing at this very moment in time, I don't know. But I'm definitely picking up more sort of toffee caramel notes. I know the caramel notes are always sort of there, but me taste buds seem to be heading towards sort of toffee as well. The banana, I think there's a sweetness in there. I wouldn't say I'm massively picking up that banana now on the taste, but there's a banana sweetness to it that is mixing with the toffee and the caramel, which is no sort of surprise, because when you sort of think of them three flavours, they all sort of work together. But it's a fantastic beer, it really is. %5.4%. You wouldn't think that was. There's for me, there's not really a weight about it that makes it feel like 5.4%. The flavours are there and they're lovely and they're bold, but you wouldn't think you're getting bombarded with a 5.4% beer in flavour. No. Pardon me. That's really, really nice. That goes down so well. Smooth, tasty. And for a wheat beer, the one thing I haven't mentioned about this, or a Weizen, is the wheatiness. And do you know why? I don't think I'm really getting that wheatiness in this beer. The wheatiness seems to be masked. It seems to be the big thing whenever I review a wheat beer. That is the big thing that I get. At this very moment in time, without thinking about it, I don't feel like I've picked it up. I don't get it on the nose. Sometimes you get that sort of wheaty aroma on the nose. And yeah, I don't get it in the taste. It's normally the one thing I pick up. You pick up that wheatiness in a Weizen. For me, I'm not really getting that. It's a little bit different. Or is it just my taste buds? I don't know, but to not get that wheaty vibe about it is it's kind of nice. It's refreshing. It's a little bit different. That is a really decent beer. Wheat beers, you can be overpowered by that wheatiness. This one is the other end of the scale. For me, I'm not picking it up at all. And there's some lovely flavours in there. That Benediktiner weissbier is an absolute banger. That is so drinkable, refreshing, lovely flavours, a nice subtle sweetness. I really like that. I really like that. I think that's a little cracker. So there you go. If you go into Aldi and they have these there, definitely give it a go. It's well worth it. £2.50, fuck me. Worth every penny of that £2.50. If you're thinking of getting it, if you're not sure about, if you like Weissens, give it a go. If you're not sure about picking this up, pick it up. And if you have had it, let me know your thoughts. So that's it for this beer review. Thank you all for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. Feel free to like the video because it helps the channel. Subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon on another one. Cheers.